Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. This is the Cryptonian. Thank you for watching. Well, it is after the holidays. Crypto is slow. It's in that in-between stage between the end of the year and the holidays, and so not much going on. We see Bitcoin currently at 41,600. The market's doing well. The trending coins, Injective, Aave, Kronos, large gainers, Take, Kakinu, and Dog with Hat. So we can see that meme coins are doing well. Select meme coins. And so Bitcoin up down 1.7% for the 7-day period. Ethereum up 3% for the 7-day period. And other select projects are actually doing well. We have, let's see, Polygon Matic up 18% for the week. Uniswap 21%. We see Optimism 24% for the week. And Bitcoin SV, huge, 108% for the week. Ordi 58% for the week. And we have Mina 58% for the week. So you can see, say SEI 70% for the week. So select coins are doing well, but predominantly the money is in the altcoins as Bitcoin has been going sideways. That being said, when we take a look at the Bitcoin dominance has been going down, and you can see that that's because Bitcoin is in a tight consolidation range, not really making much progress, and so that means that the money has been going into the total 3, and you can see that the total 3 is the altcoins. You can see that it's been rising quite significantly for quite some time, except losing a little bit of momentum in these last 3 days. So we can see that Bitcoin dominance is at support. This is at the 100 moving average. So we could see some type of a bounce for Bitcoin here. And let's take a look here at the chart. The chart is showing that Bitcoin here is at support. The daily is at the daily price is at the 30-day moving average. And this is at the bottom of this ascending support range. This pattern here is what's called a ascending triangle, which is bullish. We saw the same bullish pattern here. That bullish pattern resulted in a breakout and a strong move to the upside. This possibly could be doing the same here. We'll just have to wait and see. Now the ETF, Bitcoin ETF, is still not approved yet. We do have last minute movements for BlackRock, Van Eck, and Valkyrie. They filed the last minute Bitcoin ETF amendments. This was just 11 hours ago. And so the deadline is this red line. Deadline is January 10th for the decision to be made by the SEC on the Bitcoin ETFs. So I think that there's a good chance that we can bounce here because of the Bitcoin ETFs not being approved yet. And the Bitcoin ETFs have been the event that has been leading this market higher and higher and higher for some time. So I think it's probably going to continue to do so, but we have to be careful here. Price is testing the 30-day moving average and support. And so the two scenarios that that I foresee is the bullish scenario, which we bounce here, we test 43, and then if we break through that, we hit the 44,500 area. That would be the bullish scenario. We would bounce here, and that makes sense with the Bitcoin dominance here being at the 100 moving average. So we could see a bounce higher. Now, that bounce higher most likely will result in a lower high, and then we could either continue lower, like so, or we could move in a sideways consolidation, or we could move higher. So that being said, we have to just wait and pay attention to see what the market's going to do. At this point, the market, like I said, has been led by the ETF news expectation of that approval, and so I don't see why that would change now. So I do think we're going to have a small bounce here with a little bit of resistance at 43,000. We did have that resistance at 43,000 here. We were rejected, retested the lower boundary, and that 30-day moving average, which is this yellow line, has been providing support. It was support here, it was support here, and then now I think it's probably going to be support here. The question is, how high are we going to go here? Are we going to be rejected at 43? If so, we could have a small bounce and then go lower. That would bring the rest of the market lower. Or we could bounce here, hit 43, break through it, and retest at 44,500. If we pass or break through that 44,500, then 46, 47, 48,000, maybe even 50,000 is on the table up here at the resistance of the Fibonacci 0.618, which is a common resistance area. And this is on the macro chart. So I think we could have another push, significant push higher between now and January 10th. And if we get approved by, if the Bitcoin ETFs get approved, we could have a initial pump, and then we could have a sell the news event. So I do think most of the ETF price is priced in, and so I don't think there's going to be too much of a move higher. I think probably what you're going to see is you're going to see a lot of buying over the long term. We're talking about months down the line. I don't think there's going to be initial huge pump to the upside to 60 or 70,000. I don't think that's going to happen. I think at the very most we'll probably go up to 47, 48, maybe 50,000, and then have a significant correction to the downside, probably 30, 40%, maybe even 25, maybe a little bit less, but regardless, I think we're due for a correction, which is normal in bull markets. We're due for that correction at any time now, any time. During that time, the altcoins will suffer much more than Bitcoin, and then the Bitcoin dominance will go higher. Now, that being said, here on the daily, 47 is the RSI, so we're getting a little bit weak here, but we are at support. If we get weaker, that means that most likely this support will break here, and then we'll test that 40,200 area, $40,200 area at the 50 moving average here. Now, right now, Bitcoin is bullish. We are above that green cloud. You can see here on the chart there is a green cloud and this green shaded area. This is what's called the bull cloud, and price is being supported by that, and it's bullish. So that's why I'm expecting some type of a move back to 44,500 sometime between now and January 10th, when the deadline for the approval is set by the SEC. Now, if we do not see an approval of the Bitcoin ETF before that January 10 deadline, then we could have some type of a sell-off, and we could come down to that $38,000 area as support. That being said, we do see the EMA trend is bullish here. Like I've said, the volume trend, distribution, a little bit of short-term selling here, and that's no surprise. We're seeing the small fade to the downside. This is all part of this in consolidation trend pattern, rising or ascending triangle, which is bullish. So any downside, if it's within this pattern, it's normal. It's not anything to be concerned with. So unless we break this area, if we go below the 41,500, let's see, or 41,300, if we go below that, we can wick below, and then we would have to get back above this support line here. But if we lose that 41,300, then 40,200 or even lower could be the price that we expect. Volatility is in contraction and rising. So we can see that because we're in contraction, this is a confirmation that we're in consolidation. Price deviation 1.5. So that says that even though we're going lower here, the deviation really isn't above 2. If it's between 1 and 1.5, that's pretty much normal, and that is telling us that there is not a big sell-off. It's just consolidation. It's just regular price action like we see so far. So right now Bitcoin remains bullish. We're above the bull cloud, and like I said, the catalyst that has been pushing Bitcoin higher all this time and holding it within this price range is still going, in my opinion, is still going to provide support for Bitcoin. I don't think anyone's going to sell at this point in time, and everyone's waiting for this Bitcoin ETF approval by January 10th, which is this red line. Not very long from now. Not very long from now, January 10th. So I hope you have had a good holiday. I hope that you're doing well. I hope your weekend will be good. And if you have not pressed like on the video, please press like. Really helps us out. And also subscribe if this is the kind of content that you enjoy. We'd love to have you in the crypto, in our crypto journey. Join us for the 2024 bull market. We believe it's going to be big. And so that's kind of what we're seeing in the market right now. The market's pretty much flat. Not a lot going on. We're just trending a little bit. Consolidation for Bitcoin. The altcoins, select altcoins, are going a little bit higher. And some others are catching up just because they provide value on the chart. And so that's where we're at. Not a whole lot going on, just a little bit of activity in the market because of the holiday. And I'm not expecting a whole lot to happen until maybe the first week of January, which is next week. So that being said, we could see, like I said, just a small push back up into the range for Bitcoin, which would help the market stay within the range. So thank you very much, friends. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. And we will see you next time. Take care. Have a great weekend.